Good morning everyone, I'm Dan and this is my YouTube channel. I apologise that I don't post many things on YouTube. I'm just not that great with technology, unfortunately. I'm just going to show you around my replacement for my Austin Maestro. It's a 1988 Austin Metro L in metallic strata grey, and basically I've always wanted a Metro since I was a child, because my mum and dad had one whilst I was growing up. They had a Metro from 1997 until 2010, so it was quite good going for a Metro. But yes, I will do my best with the video, and yeah, hope you enjoy the video. So here she is. I'm a little bit late to the party when you consider I bought the Metro in, what is it now, November last year. So basically she is a 1988 Austin Metro L, so it's a mid-spec trim, not quite base model. Apologies for the poor camera work. 1988 Austin Metro L, 1.3 on an E-Reg, and I know the pepper pot alloy wheels are not standard, but oh, I'd apologise for the noise. I'm parked near a road. So the car would have come with TD metric wheels from new, steel wheels with the plastic wheel trims. I do still have the wheel trims, but unfortunately, to sacrifice originality, I've had to come and put safety first, because you can no longer get the tyres anymore. So I fitted pepper pot alloy wheels onto the car, and these are from Mark 1 MG Metro, and I don't think they look too bad, to be honest with you. Those who are a stickler for originality might argue otherwise, but there you go. So, purchased the car in November last year from a chap down in Evesham, not too far from Gloucestershire. The guy I bought it off was called Clive. He owns a car mechanic garage called Paxford Garage, and he purchased the car with the intention of using it for car shows and things alike. Unfortunately, this never surfaced. I don't know if it was due to lack of time or because he had other plans, but in the end he put the car up for sale, and believe it or not, he actually had quite a few people looking around the car, viewing it, saying that it's too nice. They were looking for a project, basically. So I came along in November last year and viewed it. I only viewed it once and instantly fell in love with it. Gave a deposit there and then and decided to buy it. So yeah, so what are we in now? We're in August of 2024 now, and yeah, it hasn't been without its challenges, shall we say, because you know, basically the carburetor was built and built by one of the seller's mates or friends. Not sure how good a job they did, but driving the car home from Evesham all the way back to South Wales was quite a challenge indeed. Car wouldn't drive right. Anything above 40 miles per hour, it was okay. Anything below 40, the whole thing would splutter and shake like no tomorrow. It might be hard to believe, but ever since December last year, up until about 1 month ago, this car hasn't really been used. I've barely driven it because it's been so troublesome with all the troubles and niggles, and basically because the car has barely been used in all the 20-30 years of his life. You know, I mean, it's only recently clocked 20,000 miles yesterday. Yeah, it's been a bit of a headache, so I can honestly agree that a very low mileage retro classic car isn't always a good thing. Okay, it's a good thing with regards to the bodywork, yes, But no, recommissioning was a headache. I mean, for me, the worst job I had to do was taking out the petrol tank on my driveway, on my own, and giving it a good old swish and a wash and a clean. And yeah, that wasn't pleasant, lying on my back and bolts. Don't get me wrong, all the nuts and bolts came off very easily. But yes, so who had the car before Clive? Well, I purchased the car from Clive, if you remember right. Clive bought the car from a chap called Kevin. Now, Kevin lives in the Cotswolds near Gloucester, or the outskirts of Gloucester. I'm not that great with the area. And Kevin's mother is called Joyce. Now, she bought the Metro brand new from the supplying dealer Harvey Hudson, all the way in London. And she lived in a town called Walthamstow, I think is like how you pronounce it. Apologies if I'm wrong. And that's what MP is. MP is a part of area code of London, roughly. And yeah, she basically very rarely used the car. I'm guessing maybe once a week, twice a week, shopping, church, bingo, who knows. She clearly kept the garage because it's in remarkable condition. There's the odd bit of corrosion here and there. The rear valance, there's a small hole. There's a bit of corrosion coming on the corners of the front valance by here, but ultimately the car has never been welded in its life. So that's obviously a good thing because I can get it welded as and when and do it properly rather than cake it all up with filler and do a really horrible job. So yeah, Joyce passed away in about 2015, and ever since then her son took on the car. So I've got the V5 also in his name, the old V5 if you like, and he basically never used the car. I don't know whether it was sentimental value, but he did always MOT the car every year, pop it back in the garage, and yeah, this is why it's done next to no miles. I mean, the evening I collected it and drove it back to Wales, it actually rolled over onto 19,000 miles. So you've got to think, it has essentially been sat on the 18,000s since about 2009, especially if you look at the MOT history. It's quite shocking, the mileage it's done each year, you know, 100 miles, sometimes even 10 or 15 miles per year. So, you know, I firmly believe that cars should be used, you know, especially classical retro cars. Enjoy them, even if you're just going down to the shops to buy a bottle of milk or something like that. It just makes it more fun, you know. I believe these cars have character. Yeah, apologies if I'm stuttering, I'm not really good with YouTube videos. But yeah, I'll give you another walk around. As I said, I don't upload many videos to my YouTube channel, so if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. But I will try my best and do more content on my Metro. The Allegro, which you've seen in the video, is actually not mine. It belongs to my partner, Adam. That's currently off the road at the moment, requiring some minor welding work. But we'll get some filming work done on that eventually. So yeah, what else can I say? It did have rubber head restraints in the seats, but I've since replaced them with headrests, and thankfully they actually match the fabric of the seat, much to my surprise. And just for my 80s tunes, because I love 1980s music, I have removed the original, I know, original MW radio, is it? Popped in my attic in my house. I've not thrown it away, obviously. And I fitted a retro CD player. So I've been doing an early 2000s thing lately, where I've been using my old laptop computer to make my own CD discs with about 10 to 20 1980s songs, and it's downright brilliant, to be honest. Driving this, blasting those 80s tunes away, you know, Bonnie Tyler, Erasure, ABBA, things alike. But yeah, I'll just pop the bonnet open for you and have a look at the engine bay. So I will say the engine bay is not immaculate, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a red engine block, because she's a 1300 A series or A plus. All I've done basically is fitted a load of ignition parts, you know, so I fitted all the basics, brand new HT leads, brand new spark plugs, brand new ignition coil down there, brand new distributor cap, brand new ignition module. All the fuel lines have been replaced, especially the rubber fuel lines. More importantly, I don't know if you can see down there, one of the suspension units, all 4 suspension units, because this car has hydrogas, we've got half fluid, half gas. They've all been replaced by Ian and Dawn Kennedy. So basically over time the gas escapes and you lose the bounce in the suspension, if you like. So when I bought the car, honestly, believe me, the car had no travel whatsoever. You would push it up and down and the car was solid, but now it's got quite a bit of bounce in it now, so the ride is not so unpleasant. But yeah, so it's not too bad. Unfortunately, we don't have original dealer number plates. We've got number plates from the garage I bought it off. Yeah, there you go. I'll do a small startup video now in a minute. Looking at the rear end, obviously that's not the original dealer sticker. That is a sticker for local Austin Rover garage, which no longer exists in South Wales. And I'm also part of this, the Young Retro Motor Club. So if you have a retro or classic car and you don't have to be young, but if you are young, amazing. I'm in my early 30s now, so you can join the club. We're on Facebook, Instagram. The club was created in 2014 by Jack, and honestly, the club has thrived and thrived every year with more and more new members. Yeah, so it's all good. At the back here, this is a replacement badge, as is this, and this is a brand new L decal, because when I bought the car, this was actually missing. This badge was all damaged and faded, and it was actually sat up here, and the 1.3 badge was sat by here. So it was actually all incorrect, and me and my OCD for originality thought, you know what, we'll carefully remove all the old badges. We'll get a brand new Metro badge, brand new L decal. The 1.3 was still okay. Looked at a picture of one of these online, Metro, from a car auction site, and managed to find out how the 3, you know, how they actually sit. So that is correct, thankfully. Yeah, but yes. So if we come inside, you'll see I fitted my mats, my Austin Maestro. Oh, and by the way, whilst I am here, if you go on YouTube and check out my friend's channel, Georgina and Owen, it's called OG Cars. Now, if you look on their channel, they actually did a video of my 1989 Austin Maestro, because what I had to do was, I had to very reluctantly sell the Maestro in order to obtain space for the Metro on my driveway. As you can see, 20,000 miles. You know, it even smells like a brand new car. So they basically bought the Maestro off me very kindly, and Owen and Georgina bought the Maestro from me purely because they were being kind, they were being very generous, good friends, and they actually had the space to keep the Maestro for me. So, yeah. What happened then was they ended up doing some well-needed TLC on the car, and Owen advertised it after doing a YouTube video on it, and believe it or not, it actually sold to a guy called Sandy, who lived all the way in Glasgow in Scotland. So he essentially came all the way down to South Wales, and I had no doubts of the engine, because I had that Maestro 1.6 for about 7 or 8 years. I do have some video footage on my channel if you want to check it out. Again, it's not amazing videos. I'm not great with YouTube. I apologize. And yeah, it ended up going. Henry, the car was called by the previous owner to me. So it was a really good car. I don't have a name for this car, but I will one day. Anyway, I will try and give it a start up. It might need a bit of choke because I haven't long left the house. So there'll be 2 seconds. So as you can see, me and my dad, we've done our best over the months, and you can hear, maybe not the smoothest, but it runs all right. You know, it drives all right. For an A series gearbox, it does leak oil a little bit onto the driveway, but you know, none of the gears are slipping. Doesn't pop out of second gear, for example. One of my favourite stickers on the car. It's been there since, you know, the 80s. It's an Osterova service sticker. So, yeah. I'll just pop the bonnet down for you and we'll have another walk around. Oh, hello. So yes, I will try and edit some driving video. I'm sure this video will trigger some nostalgia and some memories, good or bad, for anyone who's had a Metro, or anyone who's had a Metro in the past, or knew someone who had one, or maybe it was the first car, or the birds driving them. You know, once upon a time, these cars were quite a common sight in the UK. In the driving video, I would say if you can turn the volume up, amazing, because these have an amazing gearbox whine. First gear gearbox whine, I should say. So yeah, again, I apologise if the video is not the best quality with regards to editing or the way I'm speaking, because this is not scripted. It's just the way I just say what comes up in my head, basically. So yes, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will create more content for my channel, whether it be on my Metro or my partner's Allegro. I'll see, because I work long hours, so we'll see what I can do on my days off. I mean, I've certainly got the camera for it. And a tripod as well, so we'll give it a go. But yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Apologies for the quality, but hopefully you got a good view of the driver's area. So we're just going to drive from the filming location down to my local Asda's and just get a few bits and bobs. If you've got headphones in, I would say try and turn the volume up. I'm not going to put any music on, so you can hear the lovely gearbox whine. It's normally first and second gear, but there we go. So enjoy. Pop the heaters on, so I'm a little bit cold. know it doesn't look it, but it's only about 6:45 in the morning. So yeah, I have to drive down this lane now. Now this lane is a 60, and personally, it's a narrow country lane, and I'm not one for doing 60 down narrow country lanes. No. It is worth mentioning that when my parents had their Austin Metro, they had a beautiful two-tone blue E-Reg Metro Automatic Vanden Plas. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to drive that car because I didn't pass my driving test until the middle of 2011, and eventually my dad's Metro succumbed to rust and rot, and he just had enough. And yeah, by 2010 it was all over for him. We had to scrap it in the end. Rot and rust have taken a hold because it was my dad's daily driver up until about 2007, and then 2000 till 2010 it was actually a family second runaround. Apologies for the bumps. So yeah, okay, my Metro is a manual, it's not an automatic, but I'm near enough. I'm 30 years old now, so this is great driving this. I mean, the Metro feels so small to me now, because as a child growing up, my parents' Metro, it must have felt like it was such a big car to me, growing up. So I'm sure we can all relate that if you love your cars, you probably remember the car you grew up with, the car your parents had. So yeah, the Austin Metro in particular, the Mark II, I've got a lot of nostalgic memories for it. So yeah. Oh, I've got a modern BMW driving really close to me, but there you go. Sun is ever so slightly blinding.